Good. Okay. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, we are going to get started. Can I tell you, I am so excited about this new moon. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that and then we're going to meditate. We're going to do our planting. Mm.
I should put my headphones on too.
And you can mute yourself. I think I can do it for you actually. Because you're going to just be mostly listening. So, and I'm recording it. Let's see if I can. Are you able to mute yourself, Cheryl?
Let me see here. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Cool.
Do you want me to mute me too?
Please, please, please. Okay, great. Okay, so welcome to the Scorpio new moon meditation. This energy for this new moon is highly auspicious and creative because it is where we come to sort of like meet our death, right? We don't have a lot of Western understanding of that, so we don't talk about death in that kind of way. But the reality is that everything on the planet is about transformation, and nothing ever stays in the state that it was originally made in, because transformation, except for plastic, of course, but um, but our lives are about being in a constant state of transformation and dying to who we were the day before, the moment before, and in that death really becoming new always. And the greatest aspect of transformation that we have, or the greatest transformational tool that we have, is our sexuality, because sexuality it's the engine of life. It's where we recreate ourselves with when we have children. It's where the energy that we share in sexuality with another partner is energizing, as orgasm is it's medicine, and it is the place where we are most connected to our divine selves. It's the place where we are able to release and let go and access divinity in our bodies. When we are in an orgasmic state, we are completely present. We are not anywhere else. And it has these healing abilities. So this energy of the Scorpio new moon is very significant for reasons for us personally in our own lives, but then for reasons collectively together as we are transforming the world right now in a very significant way. We are literally transforming as the ground beneath our feet changes. We're watching so many systems and ways of being questioned now. We're all coming into an understanding of ourselves in a way that we didn't even know before. Like, there were things that we were practicing before that we didn't know were out of alignment. It was just the way it was done. Like, if you remember growing up, I remember when I went into an office in the downtown, or like business offices, and there used to be smoke. People would be smoking cigarettes in offices, and but they didn't know that was harmful. They just didn't know, right? So now we're experiencing all these awarenesses where we're seeing how, for lack of a better word, how ignorant we've been. Like, that we didn't know to treat children like full on human beings. We didn't know that harming the earth would cost us something personally. There are things we just were ignorant. And so now we're in this death phase where we're dying to that old sort of ignorance, not just collectively, but then also in our own personal lives. I have things that I've come to in my own life experience recently where I didn't know, or I just, like, I had agreements with people and I didn't know that they were energetically keeping us both small, or all of us trapped in patterns and behaviors that didn't serve any of us. I didn't know that it was when I would allow myself to think thoughts for days and stories, playing them in, and I didn't know that that was actually impacting my life and my relationships. I thought that it was just free airtime, that I could just listen to myself be a crazy person on the inside and there was no cost for it. I didn't know. There was just an ignorance there, right? And now that we are beginning to wake up to our knowing, we can die to those old ways of being. And there's just this opportunity. It's like, you know, welcoming the experience of death, welcoming the experience of transformation. And this is the time of year when the energy on the planet, the veil is the thinnest, where we have access in a great way to our ancestors, to the energy of our ancestors, where we have great access to other realms and other dimensions and energies and things like that. And so this is why, as an aspect of this class, this month, we're talking about divination tools. So using things like crystals and tarot cards and angel cards, because we are more receptive and open at this time. And because of the planetary placements, the ruler of this new moon, Pluto, is in Capricorn, destroying, bringing a death to the patriarchy, to the old ways of being. But then, yes, we're watching this way of living that we have all been living for possibly, at least hundreds of years, and it's coming undone while something else is being born. There is no death. Death in and of itself is not a real thing. It is a part of a cycle. And so, yes, something dies, but then something else is born in its place. One of the things that I'm always so fascinated by, and I don't pay attention to it as much as I used to, but whenever someone would die in my family, someone else would have a baby. And I would always just associate that the person that left is now just named this, because we come back in these cycles. This energy does not die. It only transforms itself. That is it. So when you have an energetic experience of yourself in any way, like you can be having an energetic experience of feeling that you are unworthy, and in that energetic experience, if you allow yourself to embrace that unworthiness, that feeling of it, it's not that it's not unworthiness, but the feeling, if you allow yourself to embrace it rather than run from it, rather than make it wrong, it will transform into something else. It bringing your attention to it in a loving, healthy, accepting way will ultimately transform it into something that is new for your new experience of yourself. And so this opportunity to die is what we have today. We have an opportunity, and I have to tell you, like, inside of me, I feel sad. I really feel sadness. Um and I it's it's almost, and it's for no reason. It's almost as if all the things inside of me that are ready to die are just coming up to be released, and some part of me feels sad about letting it go, even though much of it needs to go. It's like ending a relationship with somebody that you love very much, but the relationship wasn't good for you, and so you have, both things have to happen, and the sadness still is a part of the grief. Still, grief is a part of death. The two really do go hand in hand. And so, it's very important also, as an aspect of this, we've been talking about the shame and like those kind of energies, shame and anger and jealousy and all of that, and really allowing ourselves to invite the lesson. This is Scorpio energy. It's about shame and jealousy and despair. It's like the gnashing, the gnawing of teeth. And it's until we can allow ourselves to feel that stuff. You can't make it wrong. You can't make your jealousy wrong. You can't make your envy wrong. You can't make it when you make it wrong, you push it outside of you. In the full acceptance of it, in the full embrace of those aspects of yourself, you totally realize something new for yourself. And so I encourage you tomorrow is the new moon. So today is not actually the new moon, it is tomorrow. And I offer you that you will create goals and intentions that deeply serve you and in your ability to create yourself as you truly desire to be, to die to the old ways of being that suppress you, that frustrate you, that have you feeling out of sorts and not seen, and like you're not really like you maybe that you don't really have what you desire, or whatever it is, whatever your story mind, whatever your mind tells you about it, like giving yourself permission to consider the possibility for deep fulfillment in your life at the deepest parts of yourself. That's Scorpio. What does that kind of fulfillment look like? Where could you source that kind of fulfillment from? How could that live inside of your life on a daily basis? Deep, deep, deep fulfillment. The kind of fulfillment that comes in ways that when you have it, you just feel so good you don't even notice. Like you just know that nothing is missing. When you know that nothing is missing. I wouldn't rather be any other place than here. When you can access that level of fulfillment, I wouldn't rather be any other place than here. I know I hear myself so often thinking I'm in spaces, but then I'm thinking, about what I don't have. I could be in a space that's amazing and I'll think, oh, but I don't have this thing. Like it'll just pop into my consciousness. And it's like I'm really inviting myself and you all to come to the space where nothing is missing. Nothing is missing. And what does that feel like to live in the space that absolutely nothing is missing? So I encourage you to write goals. And if you don't have a specific one, that's fine. But just maybe even, I'm so thankful and grateful to live a life where I know that absolutely nothing is missing. So I'm so thankful and grateful to know that I live a life where I have absolutely everything with me and within me. Okay. So let's allow ourselves to get comfortable. So Scorpio is the power to transform our sexual, creative, and spiritual selves. It is a constant thing that is always happening. It's happening whether you know it or not. You're always doing it. You're always being it. You're never apart from it. This force that is within you, all it desires to do is live. And so that's all it's ever doing. Whether you agree or not, it's doing that. It's breathing you. Mm. You are here by the collective power of the entire universe. You are here by the collective power of the entire universe. Everything in the universe conspired for you to be right where you are right now, for you to be who you are right now. Every mountain, every ocean, every river, every landmass, every human being, every bird, every bit of sky, every planet conspired for you to be right where you are right now. You are a universal point of focus, light encased in the body that you use as a vehicle. Hmm. You are here by the collective power of the ocean, water, the force that gives life, the space in which all things are born. Every ocean and everything within the ocean conspired for you to be here right now. You are here by the collective power of your ancestors. You are here by the collective power of your ancestors. Every experience, every belief, every choice, every tear, every smile, every beating heart, every life and every death, all for you, all for you to be here, breathing, thinking, loving, living. It's all for you. You are here by the collective power of fire, the creative essence of life, the power within you that is eternal, creative. You are made in the image and likeness of God, creator. As God creates, you create. It is the fire within you. You are here by the collective power of earth. The body upon which we all live, that feeds us and nurtures us and keeps us safe and held as she speeds through the galaxies, twirling and spinning about, holding you safe through her gravitational pull. You are here because she desires you, because she loves you. She holds you safely, beautifully, sustains you with food and air and water, entices you with the beauty of her creations, oceans and trees and mountains and caves and unbelievable sights. It's all for you. It's all for you. Hmm. You are here by the collective power of air, that which is unseen, sustains you. You can't even see it. But if it went away, you'd be certain that it was gone. You can't even see it. That is amazing. The thing that sustains you. How good it is. How good it is. Hmm. You are here by the collective force of the yes that lives within you. The yes to life, the yes to the in breath and the out breath, the yes to awaken, to move your body, to be, to exist. Hmm. Thank you. And so, whatever it is that you are holding for yourself in this transformational time, whatever it is that needs to die, know that you are here because of the collective power of death. What must die so that you may live? Releasing everything, every story, every deep desire, every future wish, every past pain. Release everything, all that you own. You are here because of the collective power of death. Let yourself die. Let yourself die. Let yourself get so free that nothing can hold you. So free. Hmm. And you are here because of the collective power of life. The force that animates you. It's not your body. It's not your thoughts. It's not your things. There is a force that breathes you, that beats your heart. Your heart is not beating your heart. There is something behind that is breathing you, that is beating your heart, that is thanking you. There's something that called you forward into this experience of yourself. What is that? What is that? What is the thing that is beating your heart? What is the thing that is breathing you? What is it? Hmm. What is the thing that carries this body? What is it? Open yourself up to the power of that which beats your heart, breathes you, thinks you, fills you up from the deepest parts of yourself. It is too great to be known. You are here because of the collective power of life itself. Everything in the universe has commanded it so. Everything in the universe has commanded it so. And it is so. You are here. So, in this moment, call in your higher self. She can present as a goddess, as your mother, as your grandmother, as you. Call her forth. See her in your mind's eye. Maybe you hang out in the heavens with the stars behind you, or maybe you dance along the shores of the ocean with the great seeds of life all began. And thank her. Thank her for all that she gives to you. Thank her for loving you so much. Oh, the grace and the power of the universe abides within you. You are invincible. You are invincible. You are invincible. Nothing can come nigh your dwelling place. There is no fear that can take you. There is no jealousy, no envy, no smallness, no scarcity that can defeat the mountains and the oceans and the trees and the forests and the sun and the planets that commanded you here. It's just not possible. Oh, great mother, thank you. We give you our offerings of love and hope for the world within us, that we may know ourselves as goddesses, that we may walk in the path of power and love. We may surrender to the greatness that is within us and die to all that is unlike it. Ah, in the name of all of our mothers and all of our grandmothers and all of the women who had to be in order for us to be here, and all of the men, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please be with us so that we may live courageously, so that we may live beautifully, so that we may live in the passion of our purposes, so that we may experience magic and joy. Ashe. Ashe. Call your mother's name. Call your grandmother's name. Call your own name. And know that the ancestors and the angels and the fairies and the mountains and the oceans and the rivers and everything is celebrating you right here, right now. Everything. All of us are celebrating you right here, right now. Oh. Peace and blessings. Have a beautiful day. Okay, we will be together in the room. If you guys need me personally, I'm available. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.